Sir William Osler writes, "The good physician treats the disease. The great physician treats the patient who has the disease." This is Mark Holland, Archivist of the McKinley Presidential Library Museum, and we as a museum want to show our support to the people in the medical world who are fighting COVID-19 and treating the patients as well as the disease. Today we present to you part 1 in a series on Mercy Hospital. We want you to know the origins of our local medical personnel. Mercy Hospital, Part 1, McKinley House through the 1911 building. Between 1904 and 1905, Charles F. Lang writes that his sister, Mrs. Rosa Lang Clorer, spoke with her friends about the need for a new hospital in Canton, Ohio. Both Charles and Rosa called on the Sisters of Charity of St. Augustine's Convent in Lakewood, Ohio, who promised to take charge of such an institution if one was opened in Canton. The McKinley home property was chosen for the site of the new hospital. With the death of First Lady Ida Saxton McKinley, her house was eventually put up for sale. Rosa Clorer purchased the home and presented it to the Catholic Diocese of Cleveland. The Sisters of Charity were called on to fulfill their promise. The hospital was started in William and Ida McKinley's home on the southwest corner of North Market Avenue and Lewis Avenue. On October 8, 1908, the house was blessed by Right Reverend Monsignor G.F. Houck, and he named the institution Mercy Hospital in honor of the group of nuns that became the Sisters of Charity. President McKinley's parlor became the records room, and Mrs. McKinley's suite was converted into a children's ward. In less than a year, the McKinley house proved to be inadequate space for a hospital. Rosa began the task of constructing the 1911 building of the hospital, and ground was broken on July 25, 1909. The Sisters of Charity took possession of the newly completed building on March 17, 1911. The new building faced north on Lewis Avenue, and the frontage was 97 feet 8 inches. Berger metal timber formed the partitions and floors of the building, and the columns and trimmings were hand-cut from Amherst stone. The building was 5 stories, including a basement, with a kitchen, pantry, refrigerator room, and a special blower room that can circulate air throughout the entire building. The sisters had an Otis push-button electric elevator installed that ran from the basement to the penthouse. The first floor contained a chapel, offices, diet kitchens, laboratory, 2 large bathrooms, and 3 large wards. The second floor had 16 private rooms, and the third floor had 18 rooms. The east half of the 4th floor contained the operating department. The west half of this floor was set aside for rooms for the sisters. At the time of the opening of the 1911 building, Dr. O.E. Portman was the chief of staff and consulting physician. Dr. George F. Zinniger was the physician-in-chief at Mercy and would go on to serve as the president of the Mercy medical staff from 1922 to 1924. Dr. Zinniger had his private practice along with his family's residence at the corner of North Cleveland Avenue and present-day 3rd Street, to be continued.